On Saturday morning, he was born in this very home here.
Right, you said right in that that part that's still standing there. That was the the shower.
And she thought she was gonna lose the baby. She didn't know she was not due yet. And she was in there, and her boyfriend was trying to take care of her and took her in the shower and run some more water on her. And they noticed the baby was coming, and he called 911, delivered the baby there.
And then you guys went to the hospital, and that's why you weren't here. Now,
And that was Saturday morning.
Where are you guys going to be staying tonight?
We're going to be staying with relatives and until we can rebuild the home. We are going to do it because the baby needs somewhere to be, you know. And this has been our home for over 20 years, and it's not here now. And,
okay. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a really difficult time for you. For now, reporting live in Aransas Pass, Mike Manzoni, KRIS 6 News. Back to you.
Hey, Mike, at this point, do they have any idea how this fire may have started?
No, not at this point. All fire officials are saying is that they do not believe that it was suspicious. They say it does not appear to be suspicious at this point. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you for that story. In other news, fire damaged 2 businesses in Ingleside overnight. Flames tore through the Two Sisters sewing shop and also damaged the Techstar real estate company around 2:30 this morning. Those 2 businesses are connected, and an extension was also under construction there. No injuries were reported, but investigators still have not determined how the fire started. We caught up with one of the owners today.
It was just shattering for me. You know, it's big dreams for me. Coming from a small town, I wanted to have my own business, wanted to do things, and my broker through Techstar Realty, she wanted the best for me as well. She's always pushed me forward.
Well, neither business was insured. We're told it'll cost about $150,000 to rebuild.
Now to some new information on the fire that destroyed the old Crossley Elementary School. Fire investigators say that fire was set intentionally. Flames ripped through the second floor of the school back on Friday night. Investigators out at the scene today trying to determine what sparked the flames. They say they found evidence that people had been inside the building. It's also been determined the fire started in a corner room up on the second floor. Investigators now asking anyone who may have seen anything to give Crime Stoppers a call at 888-TIPS. Well, a truck driver accused of running a red light last year out in Cal Allen and causing a fatal accident has now admitted to being on his personal cell phone at the time of that accident.
Jurors heard testimony today in the negligence lawsuit filed by the victim's family against him and the company. Jessica Hawley has more on the story.
This is the accident that took the life of 49-year-old Gene Rogers Sr. His family is suing 26-year-old Ben Mummy and his former employer, saying they are responsible for the death. Mummy is accused of running a red light and causing the accident that killed Roger.
I looked up and saw a yellow light and proceeded to look forward. When I saw the silver car pull out from the lane to the right, I immediately applied the brakes hard and steered to the right to miss the car.
That was Mummy reading from his statement he gave police on March 5th, 2012. The day of the accident, and today he's stuck with his story.
I mean, I can't say that I ran it if I didn't see a red light.
Mummy has since admitted to talking on his personal cell phone when the accident happened, something police never asked during their investigation.
You sit here today, you agree and admit that you were on the cellular telephone at the time of this accident?
Yes.
Talking to your buddy Court.
I was having a conversation with him, yes.
Mummy claims he was using speakerphone during the time of the accident because federal law prevents any commercial truck drivers from using a handheld cell phone while driving. Mummy told jurors today he never told police or Cameron Truck Company he was on the phone during the accident out of fear of losing his job. It's the company's policy not to talk and drive. Jessica Hawley, KRIS 6 News.
That case expected to go to the jury by the end of this week.
Of course, the jury will decide if Mummy and the trucking company are legally responsible for the death of Gene Roger. Well, we go now to some new information on vandalism done at a cemetery out in San Diego.
Police say they've arrested 3 people who admitted they damaged the headstones out there. Our Caroline Flores joins us live from the cemetery in San Diego. Caroline, what's the latest out there?
Hey Lee, well if you take a look, some of the headstones out here are still fallen over and some are still completely ruined. But the good news is 3 people have been arrested in connection with this vandalism. 28-year-old Rita Alaniz, 27-year-old KRIS Fuentes, and 18-year-old Emilio Pena have been arrested for criminal mischief. They told investigators that they were out here Saturday night using a Ouija board. And apparently they couldn't get the board to work, so they went on what the investigator called destructive vengeance. When he asked them why they wanted to vandalize tombstones at a gravesite, they apparently told the investigator just because. And when asked how they were able to actually knock these heavy tombstones over, they told investigators that apparently the two boys rammed the stones with their shoulders until they loosened up enough so they could tip them over. Investigators say all of this occurred between 2 and 3 a.m. The three could face up to 10 years in jail, and the investigation is still open, and there could be a chance that more arrests still can be made. Reporting live, I'm Caroline Flores. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Caroline. Well, police need your help finding a truck thief. Police say the owner of this truck left it running outside of a convenience store at the corner of McCardle and Ennis Johnson last week, and then someone drove off with it. We do have a surveillance picture of the man who's believed to have taken the truck. The suspect is described as Hispanic with short black hair, 20 to 30 years old. Police say the truck is a 2007 Dodge Ram 1500 Lone Star Edition with chrome accessories. It has a temporary tag as the license plate. If you have any information, call police. Well, a 4-year-old boy who died in a traffic crash in Portland yesterday apparently was not wearing a seatbelt. According to DPS, Tayden Davis was not buckled up, but his 8-year-old sister and 3-year-old cousin were restrained. They survived the crash. Now, Tayden's mother, Casera Escamilla, remains hospitalized. We're told that her spine is fractured and she will undergo surgery tomorrow. Authorities say Escamilla lost control when she swerved to avoid a rock in the road. The SUV rolled over at least 3 times. DPS continues to investigate.
Police have released the name of a woman who was killed in a traffic accident at Port and Mendon on Saturday night. Police say 27-year-old Elvira Esquivel killed when 18-year-old Gilbert Rojas led police on a short chase and crashed into another car. The medical examiner says that Esquivel died from head trauma. Officers say when Rojas is released from the hospital, he'll be charged with causing a person's death while evading a police officer.
A Nile near Faro was closed because of a broken power pole. AEP says the pole was damaged in a traffic accident on Sunday. Traffic had to be blocked off because crews are dealing with live wires out there. We're told that 5 households are affected. AEP crews expected to have the job complete by the end of today.
Well, time now to talk about the weather with Dale, and it looks like rain out there, but are we really going to get any?
We'll get a little bit here tomorrow. Again, is it going to rain? Yes. Is it going to rain a lot? No.
Okay.
So that's, but the big news about this front is going to get a lot cooler. Take a look at the temperature map here, and you can see the cold air without even filling in the blanks here. The front has moved through Austin now, approaching San Antonio, 66 in Austin. It's 34 degrees in the Texas Panhandle up at Amarillo, 70s and 80s south of the front. This is a big deal. The satellite and radar, you can see there's no green on the map for us. There's a little bit of snow up in the southern plains of Oklahoma and Kansas tonight. And we've got cloudy skies here with a 24-hour temperature change. Phenomenal. Dallas is 30 degrees colder. Amarillo, 54 degrees colder. How much lower will it go here? You may be amazed. In a few minutes, I'll be back to tell you all about it.
You're watching KRIS 6 News at 6 in HD with Lee Sosley, Jennifer Leda, First Warning 6 Chief Meteorologist Dale Nelson, and Tyler Garrett Sports. Here's what's coming up next on KRIS 6 News.
Well, a Sinton teenager is getting the chance to attend the college of his dreams. We will explain how Bill Gates is playing a role.
Hi everybody, welcome back, and good to be back from vacation. Morning low, still warm, 71 degrees, afternoon high 85 in spite of all the cloud cover, and no rainfall out of those clouds. Very disparaging not to see any rain, and the rainfall deficit now close to 5 inches for the year. 79 degrees, cloudy outside, feeling like 81, southeasterly breeze coming down. That's allowing the instability to slowly creep up. As far as temperatures around the area, mainly in the 70s, few 80s back off to the west, but fairly uniform temperatures considering the clouds mitigating the temperature difference from coast to inland, where the winds are just 10 miles an hour in Port Aransas, but 23 out here in Alice. And we've had gusts today reaching 42 miles an hour here in town, but the gusts have really settled down. And right now everybody's in the 20s or less.